GLAS is a two-player game that explores addition and subtraction through considering equalities like greater than and less than values. The mathematical content present in this game is addition up to 20, subtraction, and the greater than and less than equality signs. The only materials needed to play GLAS is a deck of cards. Some things to consider when playing GLAS is that all jokers, jacks, and kings are to be removed from the deck. Every number card contains the value that is placed on that card. Aces represent 1, and queens are chance cards. To set up GLAS, first shuffle the deck. Deal out 22 cards to each player, which should be half the remaining cards in the deck. Have each player leave their cards in one pile. Each player will draw the top 4 cards from their own pile. These will be the cards they use to sum together. The oldest player will start by calling first. Then, whatever is left uncalled, the other player will call. Players will pick 2 cards in their hand to complete the operation called. On the count of 3, players will reveal their cards and must correctly state the sum. The player with the sum that satisfies the called equality wins all of the cards. Players then redraw cards to fill their hand back up to the required 4 at a time. It is important to remember that each hand has 2 actions taking place, the equality and the operation. There are 2 special cases to be aware of. The first one is in the event of a tie. In the event of a tie, players will use the remaining 2 cards in their hand to complete the operation and equality called for that round. The winner of all of the cards will be the person whose new 2 cards satisfies the equality. Again, they win all the cards played that round. The other special case is when playing queens. Queens are chance cards, and when they are played, it can cause the 2 players to have an uneven amount of cards at the end of the game. When there's a player who no longer has at least 2 cards to play, the game is over and the players will keep the cards they have left and add them to their winning pile. Let's look at an example of the game. This example will show what to do in the event of a tie. Once you have the cards shuffled, make sure these are removed and set them aside. Then each player will grab their first 4 cards, and the oldest person will call first.
Greater than?
Addition. Select 2 cards to make your choice, and on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, 16. So now that we have a tie, we will use the remaining 2 cards in our hand to do the same operation and equality. 3, 2, 1, 4.
8.
So you win. This next example shows what to do in the event of a queen. Make sure you always have 4 cards in your hand at a time, rotating who calls first each hand. This time I will call subtraction.
Less than.
Since I put down a queen, I now replace it with the top card on my deck. And I have 0.
1.
So I win. I am down to 1 card. We keep the remaining cards we have. So I will keep my 1 and my partner will keep their 3 cards. The player with the most cards in their winning pile wins. This is a great game to play as it works on addition and subtraction facts and also works on equalities such as greater than and less than. It is a very quick game to play with limited materials that allows players to strategize about their every move.